All right, here we are in a run driving video of our 31,000 mile one owner 99 Mercury Mountaineer. You can see we got all the turn signals going, the fog lights going. You can see how nice and bright the lights are. Had to hide over here in the shade because it's about 90 degrees and the sun's coming out, so I want to make sure you guys could see the lights on and everything, because when sun's glaring on, you wouldn't be able to see that. But also got all the floor mats in, so you can see it's got the factory Mercury emblem plastic rubber mat. It's got the factory mint condition carpet mat, which back is just in mint condition because of this little guy. But it's just cool to see this stuff still with it. It's got this front and rear mats all in place now. Got those in the photos. Go ahead, got the hood popped here so you can hear it running. Just really nice and smooth. Zero issues. I mean, looks nearly new underneath here. So all right, we're gonna go for a little rip. Hopefully the temperature's up on the gauge here and traffic allows us to get on the highway. Put that up and so yeah, we'll go ahead and roll all the windows up. Get the AC going a little bit. You can see the 88 degrees. And the display does not work on the stereo. Turn the AC down a little bit. But the it sounds great. But yeah, you can't see what station it's on, which, I mean, the stereo, I mean, the buttons on it's nuts. I mean, it looks like brand new. I'll turn the overdrive off so you can we'll do the four-wheel drive a little bit. You can see the temperature gauge coming up. Fuel's looking good. You got your fog light switch right here, so that turns the fog lights off. This is for the rear defroster. You can see the cigarette lighter works. That was for the rear wiper. You can see it going. This is for the speeds. And it's got new wipers front and rear. So we'll go ahead and get it put in gear and get cruising here. It does lock automatically, but you can go in the owner's manual and turn that off. I'll kind of just, it is a shift on the fly system, but you know, there's tilt steering. I want to show the tilt steering works really good. I'll show all the windows. Of course, it goes all the way down and up. Just don't want to bore you guys to death. The rear one's only for child safety. They only go that far down. It's 3/4, I'd say that is. It is cool. It's got the adjustable seat belts for driver height. Not every vehicle has that. You can see your overdrive light is on, and that just is if you want to just, you know, I do that for driving around town, you know, to keep the exercise from going into overdrive and out of overdrive. Just kind of, you know, makes that transmission last a little longer. It's a shift on four-wheel drive system, so you just go like this, and the four-wheel drive light comes on and you'll feel it too. But again, it's like 88 degrees, so I don't want to drive around the four-wheel drive too much. We'll just do nice wide turns, go back to auto, and eventually it will go out after about like 30 feet or whatever, but you can go into reverse and it disengages it right away. So it's got 31,968, so when the new owner gets it, it'll probably be collected over 32,000. But all right, so we're gonna get going here. Windshield wipers work good. This intermediate, low, high, but I don't want to run those too long. But you know, the selector works. We'll go AC, and then you know, you can hear the change, the different pitches. So all the blend doors are working correctly. You'll hear the different sound of going over to heat too. So all right, let's get going here. It drives really nice. You know, tires have been rotated. It's got 2020 tires. The front brakes look to be just really recently done. Oil change, coolant flush, all the other fluids. Transmission fluid already looks really nice and fresh. Get going here. It runs really nice and quiet. It drives and runs just as like you'd expect a 31,000 mile Mercury Mountaineer. I mean, it's just straight as can be, smooth. Paint's in beautiful condition on the hood, nice reflection. You know, it does have some imperfections and aging in the paint, you know, I've gone through in the other video, so you might want to check that out. So we'll go ahead and take a right here, and hopefully what we're gonna do is get on the highway, and then I'll get off and do some back road driving so you can see some tight 90s and stuff. The 4-liter sounds really good. It sounds a lot like the 4-liter Jeep motor. Not the same motor, some people get confused, but it's just as powerful and torquey and just killer inline 6-cylinder motor. Or not inline 6-cylinder, but it's a 4-liter V6. All right, so we'll just kind of give it just a little throttle, just like grandpa it out here. You see it going through the RPMs. And you'll see it drop down. It's in overdrive now. You can go back to the overdrive off, and it kicks the RPMs up. And you'll see the little light come on. You see it kick on. Got the cruise control on now. I'm not sure if you can see. I'll get around this corner. Foot's off. It's got the speed control light on, but I'll go ahead and turn that off, and then I'm gonna hammer down on it a little bit. You'll see it kick way down. It moves out really good. You know, brakes really nice and straight and smooth. It doesn't pull or shake or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and exit off here and take on some back roads. I'll give her a little more gas, get her to kick down. It puts you back in your seat. It's got a great little sound to it. And these things get really good fuel economy. They're just bulletproof, and they just go forever. You'll see my hands are off. It's just going nice and straight. The road obviously turns, so don't let the lines confuse you. Pull there, and then and you'll see that the arrow works good on both turn signals. Sometimes that kind of wears out. Also, power mirrors, I forgot to show that. Here's the passenger power mirror, all that up and down stuff. And the driver's seat works, it's power and everything. The other ones are manual. So I'll go ahead and take you through some potholes here. You'll see in the middle, we're doing about 25. You'll see all those. It's just nice and solid. No rattles from anything. Nothing's been touched. Part of the reason we didn't replace the stereo, the next owner, you know, might not bother them. Might just throw a CD or whatever in, or they might want to totally upgrade or have this one rebuilt. So, and the buttons, I mean, it looks like absolute new. So there's probably something you could get in there and fix the display on it. Here's another patch to the smooth spot. And we're gonna come into some tight 90s. You'll see it's just got no ball joint or tie rod play, no clunking or clicking. Steering wheel wants to return to center just like it should. And you'll see as we're coming in, these are some really tight 90s, why I like this drive. As you can see, the steering wheel is only rotating as far as you'd want it to. It's not, you know, if it's wore out, you're gonna be turning that steering wheel way back, and then you're gonna be seeing me trying to fish it back down. But it's just, cruises just like it should, going to the brakes, no shaking or pulling. Coming to this corner. All right, everybody, 31,000 miles, almost 32,000 original miles. It's gonna be hard to find another Mercury Mountaineer or an Explorer, but I'm partial to Mercury Mountaineer just because it's a staple. It's gone now. Mercury doesn't exist, so it is just kind of a cool classic name that will live on forever. So good luck, everybody.